Hello, welcome to Utd. I hope you're well. So looking forward to this weekend's first Premier League fixture on Friday night. West Ham United against Leeds United up at Ellen Road. The problem is, who does Nuno Espirito Santo, Nessie, who does he pick to convince us that we've got any kind of chance against Leeds United, who haven't been faltering? Well, they've had an indifferent start to the season, but in fact, in many ways, it's actually been pretty good. It's not too bad. They lost the last time out, but actually in all aspects, they've been punching above their weight and they've been doing quite well. They've been surprising a lot of other people, a lot of pundits out there. So Leeds United are not any kind of pushover. And for West Ham to go up there to get a point, in my opinion, they would have done well, especially the way West Ham United have been performing, right? Friday night, under the lights, Ellen Road, it's going to be an oppressive, aggressive atmosphere. And it's whether this band of misfits of players that are at West Ham, whether he can go up there and put on a performance. So it's up to Nessie, Nuno Espirito Santo, N-E-S. Can he get this group of players together? Can he select the right players for this game? And for that matter, any future game, right? So this is going to be my lineup. This is where I think Nuno Espirito Santo should be looking at. This is what he should be looking at, right? Areola in goal. He hasn't done anything for me that has been worthy of dropping him, right? And he's the best that we've got. Regardless of what Hermansen might be doing in training, Areola in goal. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Or Kyle Walker-Peters as an able substitute there. But Wan-Bissaka to start. Left back, Diouf. I would bring Diouf back in terms of attacking intent. Yes, still suspect in terms of defensively, but we've got to go for goals. We've got to go for attack as well. The problem is in defence. We know that. We've got to go for Kilman. He's our only defender there. And we've got to go for Todibo, probably. He's our only defender. Do you put Igor in there? I don't know. It really depends how he's been training. But it's going to be likely a Kilman and Todibo in there. I mean, that's the problem. Our weakness is going to be our central defensive pairing, no doubt. But we've got to have a right-sided player, Wan-Bissaka on the right, or Kyle Walker-Peters on the right, and we've got to have Diouf on the left, or Scholes come in on the left. Whichever he goes for, right or left, they've got to be in their right positions. This is a mistake he made against Brentford, right? This is Nessie. So coming into midfield, where we are a horror show, we're an absolute horror show. But this is where I would go. I would go five in midfield. Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left. I would go for Paqueta number 10, and this is where I would go. I would go Magassa, and I would go Potts. That's where I would go. We've got to have something. We've got to have something. Now, on the subs bench, have Souček. Okay, have whomever, Fernandez, have whoever you want to have on there to come in if they're underperforming. But Magassa and Potts, young pairing, I know, and we've got to think about, are they going to be able to be up for this fight? But Magassa can also drop into defence, so he could also be more of a defensive role. Let Potts work his magic in there as well, and also free up Paqueta to support any attack. And then up front, we've got to have a recognised striker. We've got to have a recognised striker, and it's got to be Wilson. Wilson's got to start. I wouldn't start Marshall, but I'd definitely start Wilson. That's it. That, for me, this is our lineup, and it's a shit show of a lineup. It isn't great by any stretch of the imagination, because none of these players have proven to me that they are up to the task, but they've got to prove it to Nuno to deserve their starting place. Now, against Leeds, are we going to be able to match them in terms of intensity, in terms of fight, in terms of any kind of metric that you wanna discuss? I don't believe we can. If we go up to Ellen Road with that performance that we gave the other night against Brentford, we're onto a hiding. If we did the same as we did against Arsenal, well, we're impotent. We won't be able to score anyway. We're not going to threaten their goal. The only option is that the performance we gave against Everton away, that's the kind of performance that is going to give us any kind of glimmer of hope for at least some kind of result, a draw. I'm saying that's all we can hope for. If we came away with a win, it would be a miracle. It would be a miracle. If we came away with a draw, that would be a well-earned point. But it's so. Unfortunately, I'm expecting another bad night, another bad result. I'm not necessarily saying we're going to get stuffed, but I'm thinking that it's going to be a bad night at the office there for West Ham, and Nuno Espirito Santo is going to be scratching his head, and he's going to keep on saying, "Yeah, we need to improve, we need to get better, we need to compete. We're no shit Sherlock. We need to compete. We need to do a lot better than we have been doing for the last few seasons. Let's be under no illusions here. Nuno's got his work cut out, but it comes down to him selecting the best players that we possibly have to go up against any team that we're going to come up against. We know that, right? You gotta pick your best 11. There's no point in trying to pick players and you think, okay, well, let's see if I can experiment here, and let's just invert these fullbacks, and let's just try, squad players and this. No, you've got to go with your best players. And they've got to perform. They've got to step up. They've got to raise their game, and they've got to perform. And they've got to come with a lot more intensity. And if they don't, we are absolutely screwed. Looking forward to the game, I suppose. Hopeful for a draw. Doubtful for a win. Very doubtful. It'd be a miracle if it's a win, but I'm expecting a loss. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Who would you start with? What's your starting 11? What does Nuno do? What is his tactics going to be? Do we sit back? Do we hit them on the counter? Do we give up possession? Or do we have to take it to them? I would say we have to take it to them, but this is not Nuno's game, and we know that. And I just don't think we have the players right now to be able to match anybody, and I'll be surprised if we do. I know that's negative, I know it is, and I don't want to be, but these are just my honest thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, keep on watching, and I'll catch you again. Bye now.